guys, welcome back to Casually Crafted. My name is Ashley and welcome to our final week of the Leapfrog make-along that we've been doing throughout the month of February, where we are showing all of our frog projects. Hopefully by now you've seen them, so I don't need to get into all the details. So this week I wanted to do some kind of realistic looking frog patterns, because up to this point I've been mostly doing like cutesy amigurumi type things, but it's always fun to get some like kind of more realistic looking frogs than the other ones. Anyway, so I have 3 things to show you, and only one of them was originally planned because the other ones didn't work out or whatever, stuff happened. So this first one, I will tell you, I'm not super happy about how he turned out. I don't remember what website I found it off of. I mean, I found it on Pinterest, but like the name of the website that it took me to me, he looks like, before I put him all together, he looked like a green mouse, especially when I had the tail to still weave in, but I'll show you anyway. So there he is. So he's supposed to be like a tree frog, but like his body shape to me definitely looked like a mouse because I still had this end to weave into. And then the legs, don't mind my unevenness, because you're supposed to use wire inside the legs. So you make these 4 legs separate and then you poke wire. I used a pipe cleaner because I have kids and that's what I have on hand. And apparently I didn't poke it through straight, so when I sewed them on, it's not straight. The back legs are a little better. And then you're supposed to make 2 toes for each leg and then like sew them on right here. But I was already sick of making those tubes because it's 5 single crochets in a tube forever and ever and ever, and I hate doing that. So I didn't feel like adding the toes and then sewing them on individually. That didn't sound super fun. So yeah, to me he looks like a spider missing all his legs or a weird green mouse, but oh well. It is what it is. So I'll still post a link to that blog post or website, whatever it was, because theirs is a lot cuter than mine, so I don't know what I did wrong with that. But the yarn I think is like a Caron Simply Soft. I don't know if it actually is, but that's what it feels like. But I've never seen this color before either, so it's kind of like a bright light green. That's what it feels like, so I don't know, it could be a different brand that's like it. It never had a ball band since I've had it, so it's a mystery. Okay, so this next one, sorry, trying to decide how to go about telling the story. I had a pattern, a tutorial saved by, I think it's Complicated Knots is the channel, for like a rainbow dart frog type thing, where you do lots of color changes to make it look like a realistic dart frog. And the blue poison dart frogs are kind of my favorite of the frogs, because I'm more of a blue person than a green person. So I planned to use this yarn that I'm going to show you here in a second for that pattern, and I did. It just had like, you start with like 2 eyelids, and I did it, and none of my eyeballs were big enough to fit there. It would have been like, they would have been way too small. So, and while she was explaining the pattern, she was talking about all the 7 million different pieces that you have to put together, and then I had already been working on this one where you had to sew pieces together, and I was like, I don't want to sew a million pieces together. So once the eyeball part didn't work out, I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing that pattern today. So Mary over at Slow Crochet, she has been showing these little frogs, which is also made by the same person, Complicated Knots, but they're like a mini no-sew version, basically looking like that rainbow dart frog without the color changes in a mini form. So that's what I made instead. And I did plan on, I didn't originally plan on making it, but when she posted hers, I had saved the pattern. So here is my blue little rainbow, not rainbow, but little blue dart frog. And it was a pretty quick, simple make. The tutorial is only like 15 minutes long, and it didn't take me much longer than that to make him. And yeah, I think it turned out kind of cute. He's a little bit sideways. Like when I sit him on the table, you can see that he like is crooked, and I don't know if I did something wrong or if that's just how his feet are laying. I don't know, but I think he's cute, and it would be fun to make a whole bunch of colors. I know Mary put like a keychain thing on hers, and it was cute that way. The yarn I used for this was Loops and Threads Impeccable Speckle. This one in the color Blue Fog. So there's lots of little blues in there. So those are my two semi-realistic looking frogs. This next pattern is not realistic looking at all, but he's super duper cute. This is a pattern by I think it's Crochet, but like spelled differently. The first and second crochet are spelled differently. And she has some free patterns on Instagram on her page. This one was a paid for pattern that I purchased on Etsy. And she has a monkey and like a bird one that's also made the same way. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like it's like you can have them squished down like this, or you can have them like this. Boop, boop. So I thought it was super fun. My kids are like, he's a mushroom frog. I might have messed up where the bobbles go on this. One of my rows I lost count, and so he's a little bit crooked, I feel like. Otherwise it could have just been me, because I know sometimes everybody's tension's a little different. So this one I made with Premier Parfait Chunky in the color Emerald, I believe is this dark green color. But yeah, so he's made it's pretty fast actually. So you just kind of, make a normal, these are bobbles, and like you increase and then decrease, but you don't stuff the head, so there's nothing in the head, which does make it a little awkward when you push him up and down if his head gets squished, like weird. You kind of have to pop his head back out. See, I was using like a crochet hook to kind of pop his head back out, but you can kind of squish him back down. Anyway, and yeah, then you like increase again for the legs, and these are more bobbles, just smaller bobbles than the eyeball. And then you close it up, or you hold this, like you hold his head while you stuff it, so it doesn't stuff his head. And then, yeah, there he is. So I recently signed up to do a craft fair at the beginning of April, so I'm going to make a few more of these, because it really didn't take up a whole lot of yarn. Like, it looks like it's kind of big, but it's really not that big. And for his face, his mouth isn't very even, and I tried to add like things around his eyes. I'm not sure I like it like that. Maybe I'll just do the white and the pink but without the black, and then do a better mouth. So I have started making some with like Bernat blanket yarn, and he's turning out a lot bigger. And then some other color, the brighter green like ice yarns that I used earlier this month. And so I'll have a few different colors and sizes of these guys. So those are my three, kind of not even close to each other, froggies for this week. Yeah, so thank you guys for following along with me, and especially for those who have hopped along with us and joined in and participated. It's been an interesting adventure. If you have any pictures you want to email me to get in on the slideshow, sometime this weekend, I will be putting that together and picking a winner for the giveaway. Hold on. As a reminder, the giveaway is this pouch full of a few random froggy themed items. There's some stickers, there's some pins, and there's some stitch markers from Rose, and like a notepad, and some little tiny little glow, I think they're glow in the dark, but little tiny froggies like this. Oh my goodness, stand up. Like that. There's like 6 of those, I think. So nothing big, but still a fun little package, I think. So yeah, so if you want to be entered in that, just make sure you send me an email, and those are, my email address is listed down below in the description box. And let me know if your pictures can be used in the slideshow that I will hopefully be putting together in the next few days. So anyway, thanks again for following along with us, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.